The House this week approved a plan to cut both Oklahoma's corporate and individual income tax rates. The proposal calls for reducing the state's top personal income tax rate from 5.25% to 5%, while the corporate tax would drop from 6% to 5%. The bill includes triggers that would require revenue collections to grow by enough to offset revenue that would be lost as a result of the cuts. Here is some of the House debate in this ONR Extra.
We've cut the rate since 2001. The first actual reduction was 2003 by 25%. The rate went down 25%. Guess what happened? Again, here's a question. Guess what happened to revenue over the same period of time? The rate went down 25%. What happened to revenue? It must have just bottomed out something fierce to hear what we're hearing over here. It actually increased by 26%.
In 2007, the state of Oklahoma, in personal income tax, took in $2.338 billion. $2.338 billion. You're writing this down, boys and girls, because it's important. Because we got to see what a 26% increase looks like. But then in 2013, after a series of personal income tax cuts took effect, the state of Oklahoma took in $2.098 billion in personal income tax revenue. That, to me, says it's a $240 million drop.
We have convenience store clerks that are making more than corrections officials, corrections employees. We are not meeting the needs of taking care of our teachers and our state employees. And I suspect we won't this year. And don't even try and convince me that a shell game of shifting benefits to pay is doing them any favors, because it's not an increase, it's a shell game.
Are we really focusing on the real problem here? You know, basic economics 101 tells us that when you put more money in people's pockets, they're either going to spend it, they're going to save it, or they're going to invest it. All three of those things are good for the state of Oklahoma.